Meet Peter Dixon. He suffered a stroke in 2005 and lost the use of the left-hand side of his body. He's been wheelchair-bound ever since. Here he is leaving the doctors with his full-time carer, Ruth Langlands. Ruth has been claiming a monthly carer's allowance, while Peter's condition means that he qualified for disability benefits, totalling £400 a month. Plus, he's also been getting housing and council tax benefits, as well as income support because he couldn't work. But an eagle-eyed member of the public has called the National Benefit Fraud Hotline to report that Dixon was in fact fully employed running his local pub. And his head barmaid was, yep, you guessed it, his multitasking carer, Ruth Langlands.
But hang on a minute. Running a pub isn't exactly running a marathon. Surely you can have had a stroke and still be able to pull a pint or two.
A stroke is normally a blood clot in the brain, in the area that often supplies the muscles that make your body move. In the most severe forms, you get a big block in the brain and that side of their body will just not work. So in the most severe forms, yes, you will be severely disabled.
But according to the DWP report, Peter Dixon claimed that his paralysis was so severe that he was unable to stand without a Zimmer frame and needed help performing simple tasks like cutting food and opening jars.
Time, gentlemen, please. Now, either I've had one too many or something doesn't add up. And the DWP seem to agree with that because they decided to launch their own investigation.
We established that they actually were running the pub. So we went along to the pub and we had a look and conducted some surveillance. During that period of surveillance, we saw Dixon pulling pints, waiting on the tables, clearing up, fully inconsistent with his stated abilities. We conducted surveillance away from the pub when he and Langlands visited various locations, and he never used a wheelchair at all. In fact, didn't take it with him. A blatant case of fraud, if ever I saw one.
And here's another corker. At 3:09, Dixon leaves the doctors, accompanied by his devoted full-time carer. 10 minutes later, and he's hopping out the other end without so much as a limp. Medical miracle or unbelievable cheek? What does the expert think?
Peter Dixon does not look like a man who's got any remaining symptoms from a stroke at all. He wouldn't be driving if he was that disabled. He just couldn't.